What's up guys, so this is a quick unboxing for the Makita Jigsaw 4351FCT. Right, let's open the box. So we've got some instructions. And we've got the jigsaw itself. So the jigsaw itself weighs 2.5 kilos. I'll give you a quick look around the jigsaw. So this is the side of it. This is the front of it. That's the other side of it. And that's the back of it. Right, on the back of it we've got a various speed control. It goes from 1 to 5, 5 being the highest, down to 1 being the lowest. Most likely you'll use it most of the time in 3 and 5. But it depends on if you're cutting plastic or anything like that, then you might use 1 or 2. But the various speed will be between 800 to 2800 strokes per minute. Right, on the other side we've got the on and off switch. So that's the on and off switch. And here we've got another control here. Before I show you that, I'll just quickly explain to you what it is. So right, there's 2 types of cutting action you've got. You've got a straight line cutting action, which basically the blade just goes up and down. And then you've got a orbital cutting action, where the blade thrusts forward in a circular motion. So basically it's thrusting forward constantly like that. So that's orbital cutting action. So you've got 0 here. So 0 itself is a straight line cutting action, and that'll give you a straight cut, basically a true cut. And then you've got number 1, which is a slow speed orbital cutting action. And then you've got number 2, which is a medium speed orbital cutting action. And you've got 3, which is a faster speed of orbital cutting action. So right, I'm just going to quickly show you this diagram I've got, just to quickly explain to you and show you. So here it is. So 0, basically you'll cut at a low speed, but it'll give you a true fine cut. So number 1, which will be a bit quicker than 0, is the orbital cutting speed. It's a slow one, and it'll just give you a rough cut. It won't be perfect. And then you've got number 2, which will be like at a faster speed, but it'll be a bit more rougher. And then you've got number 3, which will be a lot faster and more rougher than that. So basically this is just a rough diagram to show you what it'll be like. Right, what else can I show you? So after that, here on the front we've got a keyless chuck on the jigsaw itself. So what you do to release the chuck, you pull this across, if you can see that, and that now you can fit the blade, and then it'll put it into the lock position there. So I'll just quickly grab a blade and I'll show you how to put a blade in. So what you'll do is, if you can see in there, you've got a slot there where the blade goes in. If you look above there, you've got a light as well. So basically when you're making cuts, it's pointing downwards so you can see your line, what you're cutting, so that's good. So basically you put the blade onto this wheel here and then slide it up to there. And then with the keyless chuck, you slide that, if you bear with me. So you slide that chuck back like that and then slide the blade in. Then you let it go and it locks into place now. Just give it a little tug, make sure it's in before you use it. And yeah, another thing, just be careful if you're taking the blade out after a cut or anything, because the blade does really get hot. I have used this jigsaw quite a bit. If you can see that, it's already gone like really black, you know what I mean, because of the heat. So right, yeah, so just be careful with that. So to release it again, you just pull the chuck back and pull the blade out, and then that's it, that's out now. So right, that's the keyless chuck and the built-in light. So on the bottom here we've got a housing here, you can take this off, I'll just show you that. So basically with this housing you'll just cut wood and whatever you want, things like you don't really care about rough cuts and stuff. But if you do stuff like delicate cuts and things you don't want to mark and stuff like that, you'll use this plastic housing and you just slot this on and it'll stop you from marking it in any way. So right, I'll just take that off quickly and I'll show you at the back of here. If you look on the back of here, there's an Allen key holder here. So you just basically just pull it out like that. And I'll show you what the Allen key is for. If you can see an Allen key bolt down there, you just loosen that. And that'll put it into bevel mode. And I'll show you that now. So once it's in bevel mode, what you do is you slide the bracket back until it goes into its rocking housing. Now you can bevel it to the left and to the right, depending on which side you want to cut. And you can bevel up to from 0 to 45 degrees. So that's good as well. So to put that back in its position, you just slide the housing forward and tighten the bolt up. So if you bear with me 1 minute, I'll just tighten that up quickly. So that's the bevel cut. So the Allen key goes back in its storage place at the back here, and it just slots in there. Just slot that back on. So right after that, in the box we get some blades with it as well, Makita blades, so that's pretty cool. And they give you one of these, which is a dust extractor. So basically this will fit. If you notice these notches here, there's one on there and one on the front as well. If you can notice that, one there and one there. And it's got it on both sides, so you can connect it on the left or the right. So basically there's a slot in here. If you see the slot here and one here, and basically you just slot them in like that, and then they lock into place like that. You just slide it forward to get it back out. Same as on the other side as well, depending on which side you want it on. So right, that's about it guys. I don't know what else to show you. There is another thing, you can get jigsaws with a D handle as well, and I've had one of them in the past, but I prefer this one because this is more of like a palm jigsaw, if you know what I mean. But the D handle one itself, when you've got hold of it, you're squeezing the trigger and you're forcing it forward with one hand, and you're constantly forcing it from here, and you really end up sore and your hand feels really tired afterwards. Whereas with this, it's like a palm handle, so you grip it like this and then you put your palm on it like that, and you use the palm itself to push it as you're going, so it gives you less fatigue and it's easier to use, I feel like. But that's down to everybody's preference really, and that's something for you lot to decide as well. Right, I'll do you a demo now and show you how it cuts, and yeah. Right, thank you for watching guys. I hope this helps somebody. Like, comment and subscribe. Bye.